Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Today's session will provide some insight into aspects of professional autonomy in pharmacy. Let me introduce you to Sarah. Sarah is a young pharmacist in charge, working in a large pharmacy franchised to a famous company. Sarah is requested to offer a complementary product with every prescription she dispenses, prompted by the company's software installed within the dispensing system. And this is Gonzalo, the manager, who expects her to meet a certain number of sales each day.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Gonzalo.
A lady just left the pharmacy with an antibiotic, but no probiotic. And I have also just had a look at your last week's sales, and you haven't reached your minimum sales target of complementary products.
Oh, okay.
Please pay attention to upper management policies so you don't lose your job. We do like you on board, but business is business.
I wasn't aware management policies are so strict. It's not always appropriate or even safe to recommend a complementary product with each prescribed medicine.
Well, you have been warned. We do need to be a viable business, and there's no harm in making our business strong.
So the facts of the matter here are that Sarah, the pharmacist in charge, is being pressured by upper management to make inappropriate sales of complementary medicines. This poses a problem of whether to follow the rules of management, which may or may not be appropriate, or risk losing her job for refusing to follow those rules. The ethical issues identified here are more than one. So, most important ethical issue is professional autonomy. A pharmacist is responsible for the professional decisions and contributions he or she makes in professional practice. And a pharmacist or manager or franchise must not override the professional autonomy of other pharmacists in his or her employ, unless consumer safety may be compromised. The second ethical parameter is business ethics. So it is not wrong to expect to make a living, in other words, a profit of some sort, from the proceeds of your business. This is called a duality of interests, and it supports the viability of your existence as a healthcare business. It is also applicable to medicine and other health services. They all have a business aspect to their profession. It is wrong, however, to make that profit at the expense of the vulnerability or disadvantage of the patient or the client or the consumer. In healthcare, patient-centered care is at the core of professional values and ethics. So it is not wrong to stock and provide complementary medicines with safety as our highest priority, but it is wrong to impose an unnecessary product on a patient with a marketing tactic that takes advantage of patient vulnerability and their trust in our profession. The values of this that are involved in this scenario are mainly about trust. And trust is a value that we should honor and maintain by behaving with integrity, not by taking advantage of patients' vulnerability. Public trust and confidence in the profession of pharmacy may be undermined. What options and implications do we have here? Does Sarah have? Sarah can take option one, which is to do what she's told to do. And as an implication, there could be patient and public outrage, especially in this day of social media. And option two, Sarah takes a stand. Now, the implication of taking a stand could be a good one, like she would be upholding the reputation of the profession, no doubt about that. But she might lose her job if she herself doesn't walk away before she loses her job. So there might be tough implications to option number 2. So Sarah will choose an option and justify clearly why she chose that option. Remember, the most important step in decision-making is the justification of the choice made.
And there's no harm in making our businesses strong.
Thank you for the warning. Please let the management know I shall not be held accountable for such key performance indicators. If that's not acceptable for them, I shall resign.
Wow, but why would you choose to do that?
I think there is no time to talk here. I'll explain in an email to the boss.
Okay.
Dear management, I have been asked by my manager to provide a complementary product with every prescription I dispense, and I decline to comply with such requirement. The reason for my action are as follows. As a pharmacist, I have the right to my own professional autonomy, and the franchise should know that. Our professional autonomy is stated in our Code of Ethics. Our Code of Ethics also specifies that patient care is at the core of our professional values. There is no patient care or beneficence in trying to deceive patients into purchasing an unwanted or unnecessary product. This is against the principle of respect for patient autonomy and dignity, and informed consent. And importantly, as a pharmacist, I do not wish to lose the trust of my clientele. This is not only unethical, but it is not good for the pharmacy's business. If the franchise would invest in building trust of the community instead of lining their pockets at the expense of vulnerable people, we would make much more profit. As a healthcare professional, I am proud to be a pharmacist, and I wish to remain proud of my profession. The franchise is requesting staff to behave unethically, putting the whole profession at risk of public criticism and shame. I do not wish to be part of it. Kind regards, Sarah the pharmacist.